there is this idea that we need to make ourselves whole in order to attract or be in a relationship that doesn't fall apart. And I know that I myself and many people that are on a spiritual path are on this road where we are constantly looking at our shadows, integrating them, moving beyond our fears, and growing and expanding into greater levels of freedom as we work through the fears that once restricted our freedom, kept us small. So it is a beautiful path of expanding into ourselves, giving birth to our fullness, our power, our ability to open our hearts to love. And of course, this is an individual journey. And at the same time, the human longs for companionship, for communion and sharing of love, that meeting and merging, the oneness that we are aiming for in ourselves. We desire to experience that in another outside of ourselves. And as we know, it's always an inward journey. As we perfect our inner world, that gets reflected externally. And whatever we're experiencing externally is the mirror for us to look at internally. So we can move forward in this way, consciously aware of what is showing up externally in the form of relationships or other life experiences. Why is it showing up? What is it reflecting about me? And I honestly feel that instead of looking for the perfect relationship, it really is about knowing that all relationships are going to bring up stuff. They're going to reflect the unintegrated parts of ourselves. And that life is a continuing journey of expansion, of evolution into ourselves. And that there's not one place that we arrive at where we are done and whole, and at this point that we're going to have a perfect relationship. It's accepting that this is it, that we can only be here right now in the present moment with what's in front of us. And the only question is, are we integrating our shadows or not? And in relationship, are we both doing that? And I feel as long as there is a willingness on both sides to look at what's arising and to do the work to integrate the shadows, to move beyond blaming the other for what's showing up, and really be willing to look inside yourself to find that aspect within you, or to find the lack of that aspect within you, and to work to grow it if you don't have it, or to heal it if it's coming through in a distorted form. And when we are willing to do this inner work, there is growth. There is growth for us as a person. And hopefully, if our partner's doing similar work, they will also be growing as a person. And it is this mutual growing together, the mutual willingness to do the shadow work, to open the heart, to share vulnerability, to share where we're terrified, to share where we can't see the way, and to ask for that reflection, and to be willing to sit in the fire and to face our pain bodies and deeply do the work to hold space for the tender inner child that needs holding and nurturing, and the parts that are wanting to grow into themselves, into stronger versions, that's going to create the life that we are destined to live, which is our soul-led life. So the most we can hope for is for a partner who is willing to do the inner work, and for ourselves to be willing to do the inner work. And in that, there's a beautiful spinning of straw into gold as we go down and find these pieces, and it becomes our riches. It makes us richer and becomes our gifts and offerings, first to ourselves and then to the world, as we grow more into what we're here to do and who we are here to be. And just by being that, we begin to shine, and that shine naturally and effortlessly makes the world a more beautiful place.